Oh, hey there, guys and girls. Well, yeah, this is, I would say, probably just an update in general, I would have thought. I've not done a video for a while. Nothing really, well, a lot of things actually that's new. I've managed to get myself employment. I actually work in a scrapyard now, which is just awesome. Best job ever. Always wanted to work in a scrapyard, and guess what? I'm in one. I only work there 3 days a week, but it's a local yard near us. My job role pretty much is well, my role's actually a yard man, but what I do is I just take things apart all day. Dream job, like I say, just taking things to bits. At the moment I'm stripping down. Well, actually no, I've not. I've just finished doing the last one. Yesterday I did that, and it is a resistive bank, basically a big resistor, fan cooled resistor, for sort of like engine braking on a train, but it's for electric train, and rather than the power, rather than using the brakes of the train to slow it down to say go into wearing brake pads down or whatever a train uses, it instead uses the electric motors, and it just puts load on the electric motors as the momentum of the train is trying to push the motor around, which in turn they just use these big resistive banks, and they literally get hot and get cooled down by the fans. And I'm taking these apart at the moment, stripping them down for the stainless steel and just stripping the aluminium out and copper wires and whatnot. It's awesome. It's a good job. I really enjoy it. It's about time I had a decent job I really enjoyed, and I've been there now for about 7 weeks, I think it is, and I tell you what, I'm not looking back. The best job ever, honestly. Good stuff. Boss man actually, I actually said, because we don't know what metal these things are made out of. We know it's some form of stainless steel, we just don't know what kind. And I said to him in conversation, like, wouldn't it be cool if such a thing exists where you can just literally hold it to it, it either scrapes a little bit off or, gives a bit of a reading, and then it tells you, what's inside it. And he goes, yeah, we've got one, it just doesn't work. And, yeah. My chair is very loud, I need to get a new one. One of these things here, I've actually got it in this box down here, actually. Oh, this thing is quite awesome. It didn't work, and it does now. It's got an Xray tube inside, which is quite cool. It's not obviously in operation at the moment because it's not working. It would actually be quite cool to see if we can capture some X-rays on the image sensor of this camera. Let me just put the camera down a second. I've just got to put the battery in it and turn it on. Just turn it on into the menu mode. Give me a second. There we go. Right, let me get the screen up. It has a bit of a system countdown. Before it wouldn't even power on, and some person had previously dropped it, hence the massive smash in the bottom of it. And that smash had knocked off a few surface-mounted components on the inside of it, and it had also done a fair amount of other damage as well as damaged some of the buttons. I've had to replace 2 of the buttons, and yeah, quite a bit of surgery had to go into getting it to work. And also the thing was filthy. I've cleaned it up. It's like, yeah, you want to read the warning, this thing makes radiation. Oh, okay. I agree to that. It's got a passcode on it as well, which is actually just the default one, I think, at the moment. Oh, it's not, it's this one. There we go, I'm in. Right. Alright, and you get into test modes and stuff, and we can just go into test mode. And now you squeeze and hold the trigger underneath onto something. What have I got? What have I got I can test it on? Here we go. About some 98% pure copper, which I brought these as 98% pure copper. So let's just see how good this is. It might pick up some spurious emissions from underneath the desk because I've got strengthening bars under here, but let's just put that onto there like that, squeeze the trigger. I'll turn it around so you can see the display. Yeah, it warms up the X-ray tube. Oh, I've got it set into the wrong mode. Just bear with me a second, let me just change the data entry. If I remember how to do this. Go back. Yes, I know. Go back. Go back again. Data. Oh no. Mode. Alright. There we go. Alright, let's try it again. Press and hold it onto there. Squeeze the trigger. It's warming the X-ray tube up. And it has found, there we go, a beep. 98.74% copper. See you lot. It gives you the element. And that is what that earthing strip is. Pretty cool. And we could also try it on something else. What else have I got in here? What about my bedpost? On that. There's all sorts in this lot. Made out of recycled metal, of course. There's titanium in there. Oh, how about that? Well, I guess it is. It has got to withstand, you know, me and everything in there. So yeah. But yeah, like I say, the thing's pretty accurate. It's not bad. But right, let's try it with the camera. I've always wanted to do this. I've always wanted to see if I'll get X-rays appear on the thing. So let me turn this camera around, and we're going to fire this gun at the camera. Let me try and get that light right. You should be able to see the shutter inside move when I do this. Alright, let's see what it does to the camera. This may mess up the camera. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to save the video file here by pausing the video and restarting it again. Alright, let's try this thing. 3, 2, 1. Nothing. Let's get a bit closer. Wow, it's picking up some weird metals. Got a lot of aluminium, 0.25% of NB and 0.04% of ZR. Let's try this again, see what we can do. Alright, this thing does not produce many X-rays. Come on, there's got to be some somewhere. I was really hoping for more X-rays than this. Well, maybe it'll come up on. Wowee. There's a lot of interesting metals in this camera. It's picking up the microphone and all sorts. I'm not happy until I get a few spots on this camera from that element. Let's just try turning this light off a second and see if we can get anything to show up. Oh, is that some there? Oh! Yeah, I think it's... Like I say, I know it's not a very powerful emitter that's in this. shining X-rays directly into the camera. Is this dangerous? I'm not sure. Yeah. Oh well. I would love to do it on my arm, but I'm scared. I know inside my arm I've got a nice horrible scar on my arm, if I can show it to you guys. Put the light on. I'm a bit scared to do this. But on my arm I've got a lovely scar. Where is it? It's there somewhere. I've got that one there. And there is... yeah, that one there, look. Just see it on my arm. Looks like I've tried to slip my wrist. I've not. It's where they had to put the bone right when I got a compound fracture once. And yeah, not good. And inside there I've got a titanium plate, and I'd love to try it and see what it come up with, but I'm just a bit too afraid to you know, to do that. But yeah, just some of the cool stuff that I've just brought it up in conversation. You know, I'm good at fixing stuff as well as taking stuff apart, so yeah, maybe I get the thing running. Sure enough, in fact I think the original surface mount components are still littered around my desk somewhere, because they'd literally snapped off the board and left everything else behind. It looks like they've disappeared though. They were quite small, but yeah. Oh, there's it. There's one of them. That's a diode. That thing there. Believe it or not, that is a diode. That's snapped off the board, along with a load of other little things. $150. I just managed to replace that with just a standard normal diode in the thing, and it seems to have worked. But yeah, like I say, all the push buttons had to be replaced, but yeah, it's a cool little unit, a bit of fun. Definitely going to get us you know, using it at work. It looks like it's had a lot of use, but then again, it was in a scrapyard where you're constantly checking to see what metal is what. But you know, apparently it's been chucked in some drawer somewhere for a few years now, because they tried to send it off to get it repaired and they said they couldn't do it. And it takes me, someone who's got absolutely no qualifications whatsoever, you know, who comes along, just says, oh well, if it's already broken I can't really break it anymore, can I? And I have a go at fixing it and end up bloody fixing it, you know, end up getting it fully working again. Just stick some duct tape over that bloody, you know, gaffer tape or something over that smash on the back of it to stop anything from going in there, and yeah, jobs are good. Anyway, I best shoot off. I've been rambling on for a long time, and if I add these two videos together it's going to be like 20 minutes. Okay guys and girls, thank you for watching, and I will catch you on the next video, whenever it may be. Whenever it may be. Thank you very much guys and girls, and peace out.